Good morning, everybody. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. I'm having a good day so far. Just past 8:30 a.m. right now. I already got a 10-mile run in. Favorite part of the day. Getting it done nice and early. Right now, I am going to film this video here, get going on some work for class after that, and then head to class. So, we should have a pretty good day today. I think I might run later as well, which should be fun. Always fun to get a run in, especially a double run. Anyways, back on track. As I have been doing lately, very early in the morning, before my classes, I like to get down here and just talk about some things that have been on my mind recently. And this is something that I'm trying to be doing just about every day. Whether it's in the morning or afternoon, I always like to take some time out of my day and just reflect a little bit. And if you can't already tell, one of my favorite versions to do so is by talking to a camera. I also like journaling a lot. That's been a big part of my life for the last couple of years, but recently I've really grown to like just speaking to a camera, not only because I think it helps me and kind of forces me to consciously think about my thoughts and put them out into the world, where otherwise I may not do that. And not only does it help me by speaking about my thoughts, I know that it helps other people as well, because I know that I'm not the only one that is dealing with these things, that is thinking about these things. So this is something that I really enjoy. But with that being said, what I want to talk about today is something that I really struggle with. And I feel like I say this just about every single video. What I'm talking about today is something that I really struggle with. But the truth is, a lot of the things that I feel I need to talk about and need to put out there are things that I struggle with. And most of these videos where I am talking about something, it's something that I feel that I'm not great at, but I want to improve at and get better at and work on. And with all that being said, what I want to touch on a little bit today is living in the present. I know that this is probably a big issue for a lot of people, if not all people in this world. I feel like obviously some struggle with it more than others, but to a degree I think everybody struggles with living in the moment and being 100% just focused on the present. And for me, this is something that I have really struggled with, specifically the last couple of years or so, when I have gotten a little bit older and started to really have to think about my future. And while it is absolutely critical and very important and real and something that you should be doing, thinking about your future, what you want to do in a year, in 5 years, 10 years, how you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, where you want to be, etc. Those thoughts are important. It's important to have these goals for the future that you strive towards, and maybe this version of yourself that you want to become. But when that's all you think about, it tends to really take away from the present moment. And especially for me, when I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out and there's a lot of uncertainty regarding my future, what I want to do, where I want to be, who I want to be, how I want to act, there is a tendency to constantly be thinking about that. Constantly, all the time. And it's exacerbated when there are uncertainties regarding your future, as there are with me. Hence why I struggle with this so much, and I really struggle to stay present. As well as this, there is obviously the present, there's the future, but there's also the past. And this is something that I've touched on a lot in other videos in many different ways, but as I always tend to think about the future a lot and spiral and ruminate on the future, I also really tend to think about things in the past a lot. Things that I had done, said, times that I may have embarrassed myself or done the wrong thing or said the wrong thing. And because of that, because of the questioning of whether or not, something that happened in the past was right or wrong, or just the right thing to do or say in that moment, because of all that questioning, it makes you think about it a lot. It makes you spiral, and it's always in the front of your mind, things that I've done in the past, at least for me, along with the uncertainty about my future. And the truth is, when you're living your life constantly thinking about the future in the past, you lose a lot of life living in the present. And that's something for me that I've noticed a lot. How do I word this? There are so many times in my life where I realize only after the fact that I had just wasted or missed out on an experience or a day or even just an hour of my time just thinking about something that is out of my control. You see, the only time in your life that you have control over is right now. And because of that, right now, the present, that deserves all of your attention. Not the future, not the past, right now. And yes, you can definitely devote some of your attention to your future ambitions, your future goals, but not all of it. And I think a lot of us, we devote way too much energy to the future or the past instead of the present. We spend all this energy thinking about the conversation that we had yesterday, or the time in class the other day where we raised our hand and we got the question wrong, and we're overthinking if people think that we're stupid or dumb. We're overthinking, why would I even raise my hand? Why did I even say that? Why would I not just stay quiet? But the truth is, that time has passed, and that's in the past now. You have no control over that. You literally cannot go back in time and redo that situation. That's just how life works. Some situations are going to not go your way. They're going to be unfavorable. The outcome's not going to be what you wanted, but that's life. And you can either sit on that and overthink and dwell and let it control your life, or you can move on and devote that energy that otherwise would have been used to dwell, and you can devote that to being present in the moment and living in the moment. While at the same time, instead of stressing about where you're going to be in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, something that right now you have very little control over, you can focus on today. And while you can't have control over a day in your life in 20 years right now, you can have control over today in your life. And you have the ability, you have the opportunity to make today the best day that you can make it, and make it a day that is just a brick that you stack towards becoming the version of yourself in the future that you want to be. Or you can use today and stack today as a brick towards becoming and achieving something that you want in the future. And that's all it is. You can't control the past. You can't control the future entirely right now. But you can control the day. And today, and tomorrow, and the next day, if you control those days and make those days the best days that you can possibly make them, then your future will be a bit more favorable. It will help you become closer to the version that you want to become. It'll help you become closer to achieving what you want to achieve. So essentially what I'm getting at, we only have a finite time on this earth. We only have so much energy each day that we can devote to things. So why would you devote your energy to things that you have very little control over? What I mean is the future, and especially the past. You have no control over the past. You can't change the past. That's done. Why would you devote energy to worrying about the past? Why would you devote energy to stressing about the future? Just devote all your energy, as much energy as you can, to making today the best day possible and being as present as you can today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, as I always do. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.